I live on my own with my brother. Like, technically it's still my parents' place, but they don't live with us. We catch up probably once every 10 days. The worst thing is probably having to be, it's just like adulthood and having to be independent and having to cook my own food. Very rarely like loneliness kicks in.
The best things, I guess, you get all the benefits that a tight-knit family provides. The worst, fighting with your brothers perhaps. It's definitely a sacrifice in terms of your own goals, like you have to readjust the things that you may be able to achieve out of life.
Especially being a mother, I think that you sort of give up your life when you have kids. Like, you don't have the chance to socialise because all of your spare time is dedicated to raising your kids, and often you'll be working a lot more than you would have been, and although that is economic, it's sort of, it impinges on your social life as well. They're much more accepting of the fact that women can be in the position of power, be in the bread earning position, but I think when you actually look at examples, most of like the earnings come from the males still. I think it's just, it'll take time to phase out. Both of my parents are really open to me doing any sort of career, whether it be creative or analytical or anything I want to do. But I feel like I have a certain responsibility to sort of succeed in whatever that is.
It's the interest you have as a kid that often will determine where you go, and it's your parents that open the doors, isn't it? I'd say it's more egalitarian these days. It's more a traditional religious fundamental mindset that has a problem with it. I think that in a secular society, logically, that can't see what the problem is.
It's a bit of a shame that for the next 4 years we're not going to legalise same-sex marriage because we have a Prime Minister who opposes it. So I think that it's just sort of stalling progress, and the quicker that they change that law, the better.
Then there's many people where it might be a single parent living with a friend or whatever, so that sort of structure already exists now. As if your parents studied at a high level or like took school more seriously, they'd be more inclined to push you to do homework through school. I guess your parents' attitudes have an influence on your child's attitude.
Both of my parents, they're both vets, but my sister actually went through the exact same course. Went to the same uni that they did vet, but ironically chose at the very end of her degree not to pursue it anymore. But I'm much more aware of my choices because of my sister's fault in following exactly what they did.
I guess it's the grounding of who you are in this life on this planet.
The family is the basic unit of support in any way. Like, I think you should always be able to fall back on them. But in so many cases, I feel like, especially in the case of my siblings, they're not actually there for me, which is really problematic.